Hello, I'm Chanel, and today we're looking at the Phases and Forests Oracle deck. So this was a Kickstarter deck that I backed in November. So it's taken 6 months to arrive. So let's take a look. So it's a 48 card deck. We've got a little wooden token here. So a little wooden token. Let's just take this off. Okay, so we've got some stickers here. And this is a little thank you, so personalized thank you from the creator. And here is a card that was pulled from other Oracle deck. So I got fire. And then we've got another little sticker here with the name of the deck on there and the author's creator's name. So let's take a look. Okay, so we have the box. It is a rose petal finish. So let's just have a look. So I believe the cardstock is 400 GSM rose petal. The inside there. Let's take a look at the booklet. So it's got a rose petal finish. It's just little itty bitty stapled together. It's a matte cardstock and it goes straight into the card meanings, and there's like some, I guess, journal sort of prompt questions underneath. So let's just flick through. Seems to be in alphabetical order, and then you've got the moon phases at the end. It says the QR code for in-depth resources on the cards and how to use them. So these are the backs of the cards. It's got phases of the moon. It comes edged in this really lovely matte sort of mahogany type of color. So let's take a look at the deck. We have abundance. Are you focusing on your basket being half empty or half full? Balance, autumn equinox. Do you feel balance between your inner world and the outer world? Beginnings. Where are you desiring new beginnings? What makes you reluctant to start something new? Bound and boundaries. Do you feel bound or are you setting boundaries? Do you need to make changes? Bringing hope, winter solstice. How can you cultivate hope when you feel hopeless? Centered. When do you feel most centered and most like yourself? Childlike wonder. What keeps you curious and awake with childlike wonder? Communication. Where do you feel like you have room for improving communication? Connected. What do you feel most connected to, and what is the root and foundation of this relationship? Courage and fear. Are you feeling powerful in your courage? Do you feel like you are facing your fears? Delicate. Have you been gentle with your emotions, or are you being too hard on yourself? Desire. What wish are you releasing into the wind? Do you give yourself permission to make a wish? Driven. What is your driving motivation today? Endings. What do you fear the most about endings? What has been your hardest goodbye this year? Giving and receiving. Do you feel like you are in the season of giving or receiving? Why? Growth and kindness. Are you supporting your growth with kindness? How are you creating more love for yourself? Health. In what ways are you finding wellness and the motivation to care for your health? Hide and shine. You are full of beauty and value. Are you letting yourself shine or are you staying hidden? Intuition. Do you feel like you are trusting your instincts or gleaning more from the opinion of others? Joy. When was the last time you felt a pure sense of joy? Are you allowing yourself to be happy? Loneliness and empathy. Do you relate to loneliness or empathy more right now? How does that sit with you? Meander. Have you allowed yourself to meander and wander recently, or are you sticking to the known path? Navigating. How are you finding your way in the current and flow of life? New perspective. What ways do you need to shift and look at a situation from a new angle? Night vision. How do you view the world when you are under the shadow of night? Nourish. In what ways do you feel you are lacking nourishment? How can you feed your soul? Observe. Can you think of areas in your life where you need to be more observant? Overcome. What obstacle or mountain is before you? What have you already overcome? Patience. How do you cope with waiting before it is time to dive in? Play. Have you made time for play in your day? What areas of life could use more playfulness? Radiate, summer solstice. Imagine you are the sun. What would you be radiating? Rebirth, spring equinox. Can you remember a time in your life that felt like a rebirth? Rooted. How can you deepen your roots and connection with nature today? Seek and find. Do you feel more in a state of seeking, or do you feel you have found what you are looking for? Shelter. Where do you find shelter, security, and protection? Stories of your bones. What are some of the stories and experiences deep within your bones that have helped shape you? Surfacing. What helps bring you out of deep water? What is your guiding light? Tree of Arms. Where are you desiring more connection and reach in life? Trust. Where do you need to build that trust in yourself and in others? Vulnerability. How can you find strength through being vulnerable? Visualize. New moon. What would you like to accomplish over this moon cycle? Brainstorm new ideas. Waxing crescent. Could looking at your goals from a new angle change your course? Take action. First quarter. What's holding you back from taking the next step? Organize. Waxing gibbous. Do you have a clear plan for how to move forward in the direction of your goals? Celebrate. Full moon. What is being illuminated in your life right now? Why do you think that is? Tend the garden. Waning gibbous. What seeds are you planting? What do you desire to grow and cultivate? Let go. Last quarter. What is not working for you right now? What do you need to release? Rest. Waning crescent. How do you nurture and allow yourself to rest when the job or task is done? So they don't really bend a lot because they are thick. It's a 400 GSM, but even though they're rose petal, they do shuffle nicely. So we've got Rebirth with Spring Equinox. The spring equinox represents rebirth and transformation. It is a balance of day and night as light becomes more abundant. Spring is a time of change and planting seeds. It is a time to embrace the warmth of the sun and allow yourself to grow. Can you remember a time in your life that felt like a rebirth? Take some time to reflect on the transformation you have been through. So let's take a look at some pairings. Okay, so we've got I always forget what this is called, Midnight Magic Tarot here. So we have endings with Death and Ten of Pentacles. We have Rebirth with Eight of Swords and Temperance. Hey, Bluebell. We need to get in there. Play with Two of Wands and the Tower. The Tower. And play. Hey, you want to play, babes? We have Patience with the Emperor and Nine of Pentacles. That's the garbage truck. Sorry, my dudes. We have Giving and Receiving with Seven of the Wands and Queen of Cups. I'll do one more. Seek and Find with the Hermit and Knight of Swords. So next up, I've got the Heartscape Tarot. We have Rooted with Seven of Swords and Nine of Pentacles. Bluebell. Do not return. Vulnerability with Ace of Pentacles and Page of Wands. Driven with the Page of Pentacles and Three of Cups. Desire with the Four of Wands and the Empress. Nourish with the Queen of Wands and the Ace of Cups. I'll do one more. Night Vision with Ten of Cups and Six of Pentacles. All right, next up, I have paired it with the Spacious Tarot. We've got Shelter with Taurus and the World. Organize, Waxing Gibbous with the Seven of Cups and the Moon. Summer Solstice with the Two of Cups and the Eight of Cups. Meander with a star and strength. Winter solstice with 8 of Pentacles, Elder of Pentacles. Autumn equinox with the Sun, Elder of Cups. Abundance with 5 of Cups, 9 of Cups. I'll do one more. We have Bound and Boundaries with 2 of Wands and Offering. I'm now pairing it with the inner ecology. We have Beginnings with Meadow and Communication. Childlike Wonder with Growth and Succession. Centered with Decomposers and Cycles. Loneliness and Empathy with Migration and Sun. Intuition with Abundance and Forest. I'll do one more. Hide and Shine with Senses and the Moon. I'm now pairing it with the Obsidian Oracle. We have Health with Cactus, Spider Lily and Jasper. Growth and Kindness with Mushroom, Acorn, Spanish Luna and Rose Quartz. Rest, Waning Crescent, Cuttlefish, Sand Dollar, Beetle, Selenite. New Perspective with Ibis, Abalone, Waning Crescent Moon. We got Take Action First Quarter with Blood Moon and the Universe. Overcome with Tourmaline, Lapis Lazuli. I'll do one more. Observe, Waning Gibbous Moon with Canary and Aquamarine. I'm now pairing it with a Soul Practice Oracle. We have Joy with To the Sun and Steam. We have Navigating with Gratitude Journal, Bumblebee Meditation. Courage and Fear, Dream Big, Mindful Eating. Surfacing with Mindful Shower in the Clouds. I'll do one more. Communication, the ocean is calling you, get the chatter out of your head. Now pairing it with a Sovereign Oracle, we have Delicate with Harvest and Revisit. Brainstorm new ideas with Resources and Temper. New Moon, Visualize with Liminal and Stimulus. Let Go with Ask and Authenticity. Tend the Garden with Catharsis and Curiosity. Celebrate with Vulnerability and Alignment. I'll do one more. Trust with Epiphany and Agreement. Okay, so for the day ahead reading, I've paired it with the Spacious Tarot. This also has an expansion pack in it. So we have Loneliness and Empathy. Let's read from the guidebook for that one. This image can be seen in a couple of ways. It can represent the whole loneliness can have on us and feelings of isolation. Or it can represent empathy, how we can step into and understand the feelings of others. But take care. Carrying too much of the burden of others can also cause us to lose ourselves if we are not careful. Plant, graze lily. Do you relate with loneliness or empathy more right now? How does that sit with you? So I've paired it with spaciousness, and I'm just going to read the meaning for that one. So it says, spaciousness holds you in complete peace. You are here, you are whole, you matter. Existing in this space and time is a miracle. There is no rush here, only acceptance. It is okay to be whoever, whatever, and however you are. Ultimately, this space is whatever you need it to be in each moment. This space is for you. So we've also got it paired with justice. So justice generally can mean fairness, balance, and truth, especially in legal matters. It's sort of that karma coming into effect. But it's also, I'd say, encouraging you to consider the consequences of your actions and how they affect, I'd say, you in this case. In this reading, the overall feeling I'm getting is one of holding space for yourself or for others. And I'd say with the trying to combine it rather than looking at each element separately, I'd say that there is perhaps an attainment of inner and outer harmony and a sense of sort of peace and perhaps resolution and just approaching situations with a calm mind and seeking harmony for not only yourself but for others. That sense of stillness, even though this does have a ripple effect to it. So I'd say understanding and compassion come into play. Maybe also perhaps balancing sort of that mental aspect with emotional intelligence to create this sort of equilibrium. And I just see in my head from Kung Fu Panda, Shifu saying inner peace, I think is the key here. But like I said, with the spaciousness and the justice, I'd say holding space for yourself, holding space for others, perhaps because there is a duality with this. Is it loneliness or is it empathy that is required of you at this point? And with justice, I feel like ethical considerations that are compassionate might be required right now to find that balance, because the justice can also have that balance aspect to it. There's also a lot of symbology of circles. And like I said, you got the yin yang going as well. So just that whole balance and completion aspect. And here you've even got the sun and rain creating rainbows. So the light and dark, inner and outer is at play, but that is everything. So that was the phases and forest oracle. Until next time, stay wild, star child.